Schedule 1 is a game about selling drugs, and there's a lot of steps involved. You have to acquire seeds and soil, water your plants, give them time, and even harvest and package. And finally, the most important part, you have to give your drugs to a customer in exchange for money, which starts the whole beautiful process over again. Only we're gonna build up to an empire that doesn't do that last bit, specifically the part where we give them the drugs. But don't you worry one bit, because they're still gonna give us the money, and that's because the main character and hero of our story has found a better way. Now, some might call it an exploit, but he prefers to say that it's an innovation in the drug industry, giving him 100% profit. Allow me to introduce the hero of our story, Eloan Mush. His hobbies include making money and doing drugs, which is why this playthrough is going to be like a wet dream for him. For the rest of the town though, it'll be more of a waking nightmare. Eloan Mush came to this town for one reason, to prove that anybody can get wealthy if they're a good enough business owner. That's why he's starting from scratch with just a humble RV capable of growing 2 plants. Eloan's first challenge is to find a name for his organization, and he was gonna go with X. But shockingly, that is already taken. I don't know who scooped that one up, but they beat him to it. So he settled on his next best idea, which is ecstasy. As you can see, we have got a packaging station, we have 2 plants, grow lights, and yeah, that's about it. We're truly starting from zero. Well, except, and I mean, this doesn't really count, but we did have one of our friends drop off just a little bit of cash just to get us on our feet, you know? Just a little bit of cash. It's only $375. Now, we also did get a tip from a friend, just like kind of some inside information. He just said that there's another cartel in town. Be careful, they tend to blow up people's RVs when they show up. So he recommended we just take everything out of the RV just in case. So we stripped the thing down before we left. And sure enough, they did come and blow up my RV, but at least we have all of our valuables, so we are able to truly start from zero. This is crazy. We literally have nothing, and we are gonna pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, and we are going to conquer this town in a business sense. So yeah, we are just starting out of a humble motel room. Here it is. It's, you know, pretty small. We set up our pots and our grow lights, got our packing station all set, poured some soil, and we do have a family member who knows somebody who can sell us some seeds to get started. You know, just a little good old-fashioned networking. And yeah, I mean, that RV explosion was barely stopping us at all, because we are right back to growing some weed. And on our first night here, we packaged some weed and started to look for customers. We're gonna grow this business fast, and we're gonna do it completely by ourselves. Here we go, our very first sale, and I don't really like that I have to give away something to get something. I would rather just be getting the money, but that's fine, you know, we'll do what we have to do, because the most important thing is that we earn this town's trust. Now that we have a satisfied customer, we are able to offer weed to their friends. And little by little, we are going to grow our customer base. There's just one problem with our business model, and that is that our supplies are dwindling. Every time we do a deal, whether we get paid for it or we're giving them a free sample to get them hooked, we're just losing product over and over again. And then we have to plant more, we gotta water, we gotta snip it, we gotta pack it, it's a whole thing. There has to be a better way. Now, it's not like we're doing poorly or anything. We gained $1,200 and got some significant experience in our field. But look at that, 28 OG Kush just down the drain, gone. It's not sustainable. I can't be expected to do all of this farming and then also push the product. I can't do it. I'm gonna need to find some help. First things first though, we paid $800 to get access to a little bit of a bigger space because that motel room was just feeling cramped. And shortly after that, we got an introduction to a dealer in town who can push our product for us. Now, there is a dirty little secret that nobody knows about the dealers in this town except for Eloan Mush. It's a simple secret, really. Every dealer in this town is a master convincer. They're so good that they can convince their customers to give them money to pre-order drugs. I know, it sounds crazy, but no, seriously, these guys are able to convince people to give them the money up front and say, oh no, it's fine, we're making the drugs, we're gonna finish them soon, and when we do, you're gonna get the best drugs, we're gonna give you so many drugs and you're gonna love them. All right, you probably don't believe me, but as they say, seeing is believing. So let's take a look at how this works. Now, I gave Benji here 10 OG Kush, and the typical way that a deal goes down is Benji goes, he meets a customer, he gives them the drugs, and he gets the money. As you can see, he has more cash now, but he's lost to OG Kush. Now, what possible way could we tweak this arrangement so that he can keep the drugs and also get their money? And it's simple. We need to make a drug that is worth pre-ordering. The only thing better than drugs you smoke now is fucking crazy drugs that you smoke later. We're gonna get them to you later. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough sell, but Benji can do it. I actually can't. Eloan Mush, not capable, not able to make this deal. But Benji can do it. The problem is that our boring, regular OG Kush, that's not gonna sell very well. That's not sexy. That would be like a fucking car salesman going up to somebody and being like, hey, I've got this car on the lot here, and you can sit down in the seat, and it's a reliable car. It's got tires, steering wheel, mirrors, the whole shebang. And this car, it's gonna get you from point A to point B. And yeah, how about that? You want to buy it? No, fuck that. Nobody wants to buy that car. If we go up to somebody and we say, hey, we've got some weed here. You smoke it gets you high. You're gonna have a good time. No, that's not exciting. Nobody's gonna pre-order that. Lightning. Our drugs will make you shit lightning. And if you've never shit lightning before, then you have no idea what you're missing. That's the kind of pitch that gets pre-orders. Now, can we actually make a drug that makes them shit lightning? I don't know, but we'll be able to get close enough that it should be fine. The important thing is that we are gonna go pick ourselves up a mixing station, and we are gonna whip up a fucking product that people want. No, people need to pre-order. Now, is it fair that the gas station doesn't sell most of their mixing ingredients to people like me who are new in town? No, that's incredibly messed up. It's incredibly unfair, very anti-business. They clearly just want to squash me and give me no opportunity to succeed in this town. But that's fine, we'll just do what we can with kook, banana, paracetamol, and donuts. In fact, we just went ahead and blended all of those in together with weed until we had created a masterpiece, kind of. We created extreme smegma. Yeah, that is what the game has decided to call this particular strain of weed. I don't actually remember what order I put things in or how it worked. I was at it for a little bit, but we have something that's worth a good amount of money now, and we gotta take it over to Benji. Benji just finished selling whatever remaining product I had because we are shifting the business model from here on out. Orders are a thing of the past, pre-orders are everything. So how are we gonna get Benji to sell our drugs without actually giving customers our drugs? It's surprisingly easier than you might think. It's such a simple little exploit that has such an impact. Now, our extreme smegma is not in a baggie, and as you can see, if I try to put it into Benji's inventory, it won't go. It's not allowed to get moved into his inventory if it's not packaged. But Eloan Mush is an innovator, and as a result, he's willing to break all the rules. And the thing is, it's literally as simple as just putting a packaged product into his inventory and swapping it out with the unpackaged product. And now that we have something in his inventory that he's not supposed to be able to have, the question is, how is the game going to react to this? Benji is on the move. He is starting to go and deal some drugs for today. Looks like this is probably who Benji is making his way over to sell the drugs to. And remember, what Benji has to sell is he has 10 extreme smegma, but it is not bagged. It is completely out of a bag, and he sells it for $120. So right here, we can just go ahead and see, oh, look, they did a little transaction. However, Austin is not oh, he just poofed out of existence. Austin didn't stop to smoke like they usually do, so the transaction must have failed, right? Except Benji has collected $248 and still has 10 extreme smegma in his inventory. This little town has just become the birthplace of pre-ordering your drugs. Because clearly what must have happened is our dealer went over to this guy and said, hey, check it out. This is the drug that we've got. This is our sample. You can't have it. You can't smoke it, but oh, doesn't it look good? Don't you want it? You want to have this so much. You want this. And the customer was like, yeah, I need that. So yeah, here's my money. And when you finish putting that in a baggie, come on over here and give it to me. Just shove it in a baggie and then bring it to me. But yeah, we're not gonna do that. We need to have the sample available so we can show it to everybody else. However, there is a downside to this, which is that people don't like not getting their drugs right away, go figure. So they actually lose a little bit of relationship with us. So it's in our best interest to always be finding new customers. Would you rather have a couple customers who really like you or a ton of customers that hate you? Eloan Mush is gonna opt for the latter. And he treats his new customers really well. He's actually got a fun strain for them. They love the way it makes them feel. They love the way it makes them look. They love all the new vocabulary words it lets them say in public. It's super addicting too, so they want more. But it's not going to last long because once we get an introduction to the dealer in this area, it's bye-bye to purchasing drugs now and hello to the pre-order hellscape. Benji is just chugging away, collecting more and more cash for us. And it wasn't long before he earned enough money to gain us access to the warehouse and the ability to start cooking meth. With our pre-order exploit, most of our customers are only trying to purchase one unit at a time, so one unit of extreme smegma, which is not very much money, but meth can get pretty pricey, and we're going to create a strain that we're hoping we'll be able to sell around 300 every single time our dealer goes out to meet a customer. Benji is doing a great job. He's getting us like $1,000 or $2,000 every single day, but we are gonna wanna add that second dealer now so we can crank our profits up even more. The only customers that Eloan is still going and selling to himself are the ones that he needs to become better friends with in order to reach a supplier or a dealer. In this case, we have unlocked Pseudo that we can use to cook meth. I've got some good money coming in. I think I can treat myself to a nice little golden skateboard. I think I've earned it. And while I'm at it, I might as well pickpocket my money back. Fucked it up. Yeah, we fucked it. We totally fucked it. All right, let's try again now that they're not. Oh, I'm terrible at this. I'm just absolutely terrible. Let me get it. Just... God damn it. Just give me the money. Fucking hell. I am going to get this money back. I will. Just give me the money. Just give me the money. It doesn't, oh my God, the investigation is so long too. Oh my God, finally. Whoever discovered this little trick is a fucking hero because the skateboard is now such an incredible way to get across the map if you combine it with jumping like 20 or 30 times at a bus stop. It glitches the game way the fuck out, sends you skyward, and the skateboard allows you to gain a ridiculous amount of speed. You can traverse the map in just like a couple of seconds. It's awesome, it's fun. I hope it never gets patched. It adds charm to the game. Since I'm about to get a new dealer, I decided to make a new mix, and this time I'm going to make it out of meth. Using a banana, some kook, paracetamol, gasoline, I was able to cook up Banana Shart, which has a market value of 168, which is like double what I was getting from Extreme Smegma. So I went ahead and met up with my new dealer and exploited my Banana Shart into her inventory. Molly is up and running, making me money, and it costs me 0 product. So realistically from here, my best bet is just to unlock all the dealers as fast as possible, which means I need to gain experience. Unfortunately, one of the better ways to gain experience in this game is to go and personally sell a lot of your product to people, and I have no production online, no ability to pump out a massive amount of product. It's just not gonna happen. But there is another lesser known way of gaining a lot of experience, which is fucking with the cops. Hi, I'm hitting your car. He doesn't even care. They don't even care if you hit their car. Oh, body search. You know what? Let's just not conceal it. Oh no, I'm coming with you. Oh no. And there it is. There we have it. I am now wanted, dead or alive. And this is exactly what I wanted, because every single time you escape from being wanted, dead or alive, you get 60 experience. So, Eloan Mush, why don't you show him how it's done? Oh my god, did I get away with it? Whoa, they're right there. They're right next to me. But I feel like I got away with it. I think I'm gonna get... Yeah, they just went past me. They just went past me to the side. I got away with it. Holy shit. That was... Ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, he checked the dumpster next to me, but he didn't check mine. He checked the wrong dumpster. I have a strong desire to pick up this spoon and try to like balance it with other forks and spoons, but there's just one, so I guess I'll go back to fucking with the cops. All right, there's no way in hell I'm getting pinched for dumping. Oh fuck, they weren't even, it seemed like they were gonna stop for the dumping, but no, I gotta take them down now. Yeah, I might have escalated this situation a little. Yeah, here's come the sirens. Let's get out of here. Each night, Eloan Mush got to see how much money his dealers made and how much experience he gained from running from the cops. And all he's got to do to keep this up is literally just keep going out and causing trouble. But Eloan can't be expected to spend each and every day running from the cops. Besides, he's an innovator, so once again, he had the thought, there's got to be a better way. And he started searching for it. He tried standing on rooftops to bait the cops into small-scale searches, but it was a slow and inefficient method. Now mind you, this was all taking place while he was slowly expanding his customer base by passing out free samples and recruiting more dealers to collect pre-orders. Eloan's next innovation involved purchasing a gun to piss the cops off instantly and then hide under a bridge because the cops can't crouch, but he quickly saw the flaw in that method. Oh, what are you officers doing? Oh shit. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, I've made a mistake. I made a mistake. I made a horrible mistake. He tried buying a van and parking it to block line of sight, but the bridge method still just wasn't quite good enough. And then he did it. The final innovation that would skyrocket his experience gain straight to Mars. By pointing a gun at a cop, you can actually reach wanted dead or alive status without them engaging a chase with you. And at night, there's cops that stand in fixed positions and never leave. So Eloan parked his van at the perfect spot and hid behind it, standing up every so often to quickly point his gun at an officer and immediately crouch back down before they could even start to chase him. Using this technique, Eloan could gain as much experience as he wanted in a single day, as long as he was willing to put in long hours and some hard work. Hard work in this instance meaning a couple of squats every so often. And between this massive experience gain and the free money his dealers were bringing in on pre-orders, Eloan rapidly conquered the entire town, gaining every single resident as one of his eager customers who cannot wait to try out his product. His flagship products included a blend of meth called Thick Balls that sells for $340 and high-quality cocaine called Dream Dick that sells for $735. Eloan's pre-order scam was bringing in over $20,000 a day, and he did not have to raise a finger to make it happen. It's 100% passive income. And at this point, he already has the town's money, so it didn't really seem like it made good business sense to actually fulfill his customers' orders. Instead, he used his massive money stockpile to purchase the post office in town so that they wouldn't be able to write to their friends and family and tell them he never delivered the product he promised. After all, he'd like to expand his market share globally someday. Eloan got incredibly mind-bogglingly high and ascended to the heavens to take his place as the god above this town. Only that was pretty boring. I mean, who would want to live up in the clouds like that forever? He tried getting up to his old antics and pounding the police. I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya. You can't get away from me. Oh my goodness. But he's so powerful now that even being chased by law enforcement can't thrill him. Instead, Eloan used his wealth to attract two new merchants to town, a pawn shop and a boutique store. The pawn shop should help the commoners in town barter amongst themselves since they're pretty much giving all their money to Eloan every day. And the boutique store? Well, that helped Eloan deck out his new living quarters with all of the most incredible things money could buy. He's living in lavish luxury thanks to his incredible business sense and innovative spirit. So the only thing left you might be wondering is, can I do that? Can I follow in Eloan Mush's footsteps and achieve greatness? Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but Eloan Mush used his money for one more heinous act. He lobbied the actual god of this world, Tyler, and made sure that nobody else would be able to follow his climb to the top. Unpackaged drugs can no longer be swapped into dealers' inventories. You might say Eloan Mush climbed the ladder of success and then yanked it up behind him, leaving everybody to fend for themselves and fight amongst each other. Yup, this is the legacy of Eloan Mush. He spread his thick balls all over town and shoved his dream dick down the throat of its wealthiest residents. Virtually everybody in town hates him, and despite this, they still give him more money every single day, thanks to his dealers and their inventories that are loaded up with unpackaged product for pre-order only. Eloan Mush lives alone, surrounded by his most prized possessions, shitting in a toilet made of gold. He plays video games at a top 1% level, you know, as long as he's not lagging or has something in his eye or whatever. And hey, if you don't like it, well, you can go ahead and lick his. Thanks for watching. Sorry the exploit got patched before I finished editing the video. I'm a very slow editor, and I never expected Eloan Mush to grow so powerful he could actually pull the ladder of success up after his meteoric rise to greatness was complete.